Friday night, you sit down with a controller. The question is not only what game you play, it is which ecosystem owns your friends list. PlayStation is the blue light under the TV. Japanese hardware pride, blockbuster exclusives, and a brand that still feels like the default console. Xbox is the green ring. American software muscle, Halo mythology, and a pivot toward subscriptions that treats the box like a door, not the whole house. For 3 decades, they have fought over exclusives, online play, and who gets to tax your entertainment budget every month. This is not Nintendo's Toy Story. This is a duopoly war between a consumer electronics giant and a company that already owned your PC. And the battlefield keeps shifting. Mobile, PC, cloud streams, battle passes. The console under the TV is still the trophy, but not the whole game. I want to walk you through how Sony built a cultural default and Microsoft answered with services, acquisitions, and a different definition of winning. PlayStation arrives in 1994. Sony enters gaming late and hungry, writing CDs instead of cartridges in a cooler-than-Nintendo vibe. Third-party developers flock in. Final Fantasy and Metal Gear make the PlayStation feel adult, cinematic, and worth showing off at a friend's house. Then the PlayStation 2 becomes a cultural object. DVD player, game machine, and the best-selling console line in history. Sony looks unbeatable. Microsoft shows up in 2001 with a big black box and a shooter called Halo. The PC empire decides the living room is worth a land war. Xbox Live turns online console play into a product, not a hobby project. Friends lists, voice chat, and a monthly bill for belonging. Think of it like 2 airlines opening routes to the same city. Sony had the hub, Microsoft bought gates with software and online infrastructure. PlayStation 2's rise is volume plus prestige. Grand Theft Auto, God of War, exclusives that make the console the price of admission. Xbox buys Myth with Halo and Gears. Fewer hits, louder hits. Microsoft learns that one flagship franchise can carry a generation. Through the early 2000s, Sony still leads on units sold. Xbox is the challenger, but the gap is not theoretical anymore. Xbox 360 launches early, online first, and social. For a moment, Microsoft looks like it might flip the script before Sony even answers. PlayStation 3 arrives expensive, ambitious, and awkward. Blu-ray player, cell processor, a luxury bet that confuses shoppers at first. This is where the war gets personal. Your friend buys the other box, and suddenly co-op is a logistics problem. Xbox 360 fights hard, but the red ring of death becomes a reliability scandal. You can win mindshare and still lose trust in hardware. Sony wins a format war inside the war. Blu-ray beats HD, DVD. PlayStation 3's expensive gamble suddenly looks like Trojan horse strategy. E3 becomes a battlefield. Announcements, price cuts, and demo reels treated like political conventions with better lighting. Sony doubles down on narrative exclusives. Blockbuster single-player games become PlayStation's religion. Prestige you cannot rent on the other side. Microsoft chases the casual room with Kinect. Bold reach, mixed legacy. Not every swing that we voters converts into lasting loyalty. Use games, online passes, always online rumors. The business model fights get as ugly as the exclusive lineup fights. PlayStation 4 launches with clearer messaging and stronger developer love. Sony looks like it learned from the PS3 stumble. Xbox One stumbles out of the gate. Higher price, Kinect bundled, TV talk. Gamers hear entertainment box when they wanted a game box. The internet makes missteps permanent. One bad reveal becomes a decade of punchlines and a case study in knowing your customer. PlayStation 4 wins the generation cleanly on sales and cultural gravity. Exclusives and price discipline beat a confused launch story. Microsoft resets under Phil Spencer. Games first, backward compatibility as goodwill, and a long whisper that the future might not be a box at all. Game Pass is the pivot. Pay monthly, rotate a buffet, stop treating every title like a $60 gate. Subscriptions beat scarcity when scarcity stops working. Sony responds with PlayStation Plus tiers and back catalog access, but the tone stays premium. PlayStation still sells the temple, not just the buffet. The PS4/Xbox One era, the unit gap is wide. Illustrative scoreboards still show PlayStation ahead on consoles sold. Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard. Call of Duty, Candy Crush, World of Warcraft. The console war starts looking like a content warehouse war. PS5 and Series X launch into chip shortages and scalpers. Demand is real. Supply chaos makes launch wins harder to measure in year one. PlayStation still wins the headline question from many gamers. Where are the must-play exclusives this year? Xbox wins a different scoreboard. PC integration, Game Pass reach, and a strategy that treats console share as one metric, not the only metric. Both chase cloud and crossplay because the next rival might not be each other. It might be mobile, PC, or whatever eats attention for free. So who really won? If winning means boxes sold, Sony leads most generations. If winning means owning playtime across devices, Microsoft is playing a longer spreadsheet game. PlayStation's legacy is cultural default status. The console people buy when they only plan to buy one. Xbox's legacy is platform thinking from a software company. Subscriptions, services, and acquisitions that outlive any single generation's plastic. The lesson: hardware wars are marketing wars with silicon inside. Exclusives get you in the door. Services decide who stays paying. The war is not abstract. It is which party invite you can accept on a school night without buying the other box. Team Green or Team Blue? Which console defined your generation? And should we do Nintendo next or Betamax versus VHS?